Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Butterfly Effect podcast, and today we're talking about lost records. Now, Don't Nod have very kindly released some playlists for the four characters, and we're going to do a little deep dive into them and see what each of these characters will listen to, and maybe even speculate who we think that we're most like. So we've got it up on screen here. Mate, let's dive in.
Sweet. Out of the four characters, Swan, Nora, Autumn, Cat, Jack, like, who do you reckon you're going to be the most like? Who do you reckon's probably going to share your music taste?
Oh, it's a tough call because, I mean, this is what, because I went on the Spotify, right, and I listened to like the previews of all the songs just to get a flavour, and I feel like Nora and Kat are like very rock heavy. Autumn had almost like a synthy computer beat sort of thing going on, and Swan was maybe a little bit of an all-rounder. Like there was a bit of rock, a bit of sort of like nostalgia tunes that you might get from the 80s or something. So on that basis, I'm probably leaning towards Swan at the minute, but there are some like well-known songs that I've seen in each of their playlists, so I'm actually curious as to like when they come across in the game or whatever.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to love all of them, but you know my taste. I'm probably going to be a bit of a Nora person. I feel like Kat's going to be my favourite character, but I feel like I'm going to have Nora's music. We'll start with the main. Let's look at what's in Swan's playlist, lad. Okay. So
yeah, Stereophonics, maybe Tomorrow. Yeah, I recognise that. I was just going to say, I'm like very bad with song names. I almost have to like hear it in order before I can turn around and say I recognise it. So that's why I had to sit and like listen to like, you know, a few seconds of these previews, because there'll be ones otherwise that I'd recognise but I wouldn't know by their name.
Yeah, no, that's fair, man. Like, yeah, I definitely recognise a lot of these, and yeah, like, she likes a lot of the classics. I guess it's set in the 90s, right? So we're probably not going to have any music, I imagine, that is like ahead of like the 90s. But Stereophonics, though, actually, yeah, that's quite modern. So maybe it breaks the rule a little bit. See You in Hell, so that's obviously the game soundtrack. So I'm going to guess they all have that, maybe. But I'm seeing Le Mans Never-Ending Story. For any Stranger Things fan, they'll know that song very well. Cyndi Lauper, David Bowie. Yeah, I absolutely love Mazzy Star, Fade Into You. That's one of my favourite songs. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. There's a lot of songs here I don't know whatsoever. But yeah, I get the impression her playlist is probably going to be quite tamer compared to the others. But I see what you mean. There's definitely a bit of an all-rounder. I'm getting a bit more like indie vibes, a bit more sort of like classics, you know? But yeah, like, seems like a very good playlist. I might have to like put this on. Oh, there's Billie Eilish here. So yeah, definitely not staying true to like 90s and before. I don't think Billie Eilish was even born yet, mate. But yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah. There's some really good songs in here. I'm gonna stick to the fact that like there probably will be another one that I'll prefer over it. What's interesting as well is that has 186 followers, so it's the third most popular. Autumn being bottom, Nora being top. But we'll look at Nora, shall we? We'll go in order from right to left. Right. Okay, yeah. I know a lot of these bands. Rob Zombie, Dragula, what a song. Pennywise, I know them. Dead Kennedy, yeah. So Weezer, Buddy Holly. Okay, yeah. So it's very punky. You've got Foo Fighters, Queens of the Stone Age. So yeah, this is like the thrash playlist. Pearl Jam, Even the Flow. Ramones, I Want to Be Nirvana. Oh, I love Fell in Love with a Girl by the White Stripes. A lot of good songs in here. But yeah, like, L7, Pretend That We're Dead. That song is on the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas radio. Rage Against the Machine. Oh. No Doubt, Just a Girl. So yeah, very good. Very different. I probably am more of honestly, it's two different moods. I love both of their playlists, but like, I probably would typically listen to Nora, but there are times where I like to mellow out with like a bit of a Swan playlist. So Autumn, I'm really curious because Autumn seems like the outsider character, and I'm really intrigued to see what music she has, lad.
She is the one where, like I say computer beats, synthy sort of stuff, whereas the other three more I'd say Cat and Nora leaning to the rock. Swan does a little bit, but yeah, I'd say, and that's what I was actually going to pitch to you. Like, do you think you could almost determine someone's character by their music taste? Because for me, I think that Cat and Nora are going to be very good friends in this game. Like, if I'm just basing it on this alone.
Yeah, sometimes you can. Sometimes music taste can surprise you, but like, you know, when I get to know people, music is kind of a really big talking point for me. And like, you know, if I can just gel with someone like in a heartbeat if we like the same bands. So like, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, I'm really intrigued to see the dynamic of the four girls. But yeah, like, it'll be cool to see if music plays a part in that as well. Well, obviously it will because two of them play in a band, right? But yeah, I know quite a few here, mate. Like, yeah, you've got Jackson 5, Diana Ross, Alanis Morissette, The Temptations.
That's the thing. I'm far more mainstream when it comes to music. I don't actively seek out any sort of indie bands or like someone that's really niche. So I feel like there's maybe a handful in each playlist that I'll know. But I've got to admit, like, having like listened to like a few seconds, there are some tunes that have sort of caught my eye a little bit in terms of like they're completely fresh to me and new to me. So it'll be good actually, like when you come to play the game or like even just to listen, just to sort of learn some new stuff.
Yeah, and one thing I just really like about it is that they said, look, we're sorry we're delaying the, you know, a tape by a month. As an apology, have this. And I quite like this, you know, you don't see Double Exposure doing this kind of stuff for their characters, because even like the game doesn't even like exist yet in our eyes, and the characters are getting development, right?
Yeah.
Like you could almost argue these guys are more developed than say Reggie, for example, in Double Exposure. So but mate, yeah, I see Daft Punk here, and there's also Coolio and Tupac, so there's a lot more of like a rap vibe in here as well, which is really cool. Simple Minds, very varied. So Autumn is very much an all-rounder. I'm seeing lots of genres in this playlist. So yeah, no, very good playlist. Probably like I'd probably still rather listen to Nora's. But mate, Kat, she's the character I've already decided. I think she's going to be my favourite. Let's see if the playlist matches it. I don't know the first band, but Jack Off Jill, interesting. Oh, okay, yeah, Bikini Kill. Oh, okay. There's a lot of... Okay, this music already strikes me kind of almost like feminist rock, a little bit like we saw in Gone Home, which we recently played. Iggy Pop Passenger, absolutely love that song. More L7, Heaven to Betsy, yeah, they are literally the band that is all over Gone Home, so yeah. Oh, okay. I love this song, Decepticon Latigue. It's quite a modern song, though. But yeah, okay. So this music strikes me very much like female heavy, but very much like moshy, like thrashy, energetic, rock and roll girl. Okay, yeah, cool. So like, I get the impression Kat is going to be a big bundle of energy then, based off of this playlist. Bratmobile is the other big band that are in Gone Home. So honestly, yeah, like. Would have got on very well with Sam and Lonnie and Gone Home, mate.
You think as well, like across the two tapes, isn't it like, did I say it's like a 10-12 hour game? So clearly not all of these songs are going to be in the game, or do you know what I mean? It's good. I think it's a good little thing that they've done here, because it sort of gives you a little insight into their character as well. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, the other thing they said as well is that they've made a joint playlist of all of them together. So there's a fifth one, and I think a few of them are reoccurring, like Veruca Soul. I've seen them. Cranberry Zombies in here. So yeah, it's cool that they have like a joint playlist as well. James Lade. Oh, it's got the Offspring and Pixies in. You know what? It's got the Cure in. Green. Tell you what, what's interesting is, mate, is that I love like all of their playlists. And their joint one might be my favourite, like all of them coming together. If I didn't do the sit on the fence thing though, and I had to pick one, I probably am saying maybe Nora, but I think Cat's a close second though. But they're all really good playlists though. But yeah, no, again, as I mentioned, I think it's epic that we get to learn who these characters are before the game comes out, and you know, don't nod. They know what they're doing, mate. Like I just have so much time and respect for the company. But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed looking at these. But we won't listen to them for copyright reasons. But yeah.
Yeah, we want that dollar, guys. Thanks. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. So obviously, take a little look yourself if you're into that sort of thing. It's not long now before Tape 1 comes out, so do stick around on our channel because we'll be putting posts up as when we're doing streams and things and certain videos, the analysis, all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely, like and subscribe, and we will see you when Tape 1 comes out.
Bye guys, take care. See you in hell.